So, I mean, you'd start off the day and they'd be nattering away to each other, and then one of them would get bored, and then someone would start singing, and then another one would start pointing out stuff, and then they had these games going. Okay, Ezra, all the yaks and sheep on the right hand side are mine. Okay, all the ones on the left hand side are yours. So they come up with these weird
Mongolian punch buggy.
Yeah, because you couldn't really do I Spy.
That's an annoying game.
We'd do I Spy as well.
Do you?
But we'd do I Spy with colours, so not so much with letters. So
did you have to wear helmets?
We made the kids wear helmets. I'm not a big fan of
same mate
bicycle helmets, so we didn't. And I mean, on a tandem bike, we're probably doing, as you're cycling on a straight, flat road, you're probably doing about 15, 17 kilometres an hour, tops.
Yeah.
When you get into a hill, you're down to about, like a decent hill, probably down to about 5 or 6 kilometres an hour. And then, those short downhills, maybe you're getting up to, I think our record was 55 kilometres an hour coming down one hill, one pass.
That's
somewhere.
pretty fast, though.
It was fast, yeah.
Yeah, but even still, you'd be my age, I reckon. You grew up on a BMX bike without a helmet.
Yeah.
And just to put them on now, it makes kind of no sense. Like, even though it's great for your kids, you'll just make sure they do.
And I mean, as a parent, you got no choice really, because you can't really not put a helmet on your children. And then, if something happens, you're gonna, people are gonna go, well, what were you thinking?
But it's a funny thing. I don't even want to get into this sort of thing, but when we go to Japan every year, there's a million grandmas, like actually 20 million grandmas riding around without the helmets right now as we speak in all of these countries. There's actually hundreds of millions, so it's an Aussie kind of thing to put helmets on. I'm sure people would look at your helmets, I bet.
No, but I think because my mum's Japanese, I am qualified to talk about Japan. But, because it's so overpopulated, the cars can't drive that fast. And even where they can, there's still a speed limit. Like urban areas, a 40-kilometre speed limit. Yep. Whereas here, you've got cars flying through suburban areas doing 70, 75, 80. A massive difference if you get hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between 40 and 60 kilometres an hour, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's funny in Japan,
that sounded like what you would say to your own son. Am I right, Rika? Is that right? I think you've said that before, have you not?
No, but I think, but the...
I'm just defending my own excuses.
No, but the comparison between what happens in Japan and Australia have come up, and that is one of the things that the population alone makes a difference in how fast cars go.
And probably cars over there are a bit more bicycle aware as well, aren't they?
But were you the only people wearing helmets?
Thank you, Maddie.
Did you see many helmets on?
Going
through these...
we never saw any Mongolian cyclists.
Yeah, right. That's another one.
Why?
No such thing.
Why?
Winter. I mean, sure, sometimes when we stopped in Gers, some kids have bikes. But no, they didn't have helmets. No way.
Skateboards? No?
No. It's just, it's just grass. So pretty much bikes were probably the only toy that was around for a child.
So your bikes don't even have any suspension at all?
No.
That's another thing I found with riding on the weekend. Like mine's got those little, 3-inch shocks at the front. Yeah. You'd like to think sort of does something.
Yeah. The problem with suspension on touring bikes is setting up your panniers. So it just makes life a lot simpler without suspension.
Setting up your
Well, because with your panniers, you need your racks.
Yeah.
Hang on, panniers are the bags you're carrying luggage, no?
No, the panniers... Well, the panniers are the bags, and the racks are what the panniers attached to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the racks, trying to attach it to a suspension bike, it can be done, but it gets a little bit more fiddly.
Yeah.
So with your standard, hard tail and hard front, it's just a lot easier putting on racks.
And they say, listen, us nerding out on bikes. I love it, but I love it. They reckon if you put suspension on the back of a bike, it actually makes it's a harder pedal.
Yeah.
Because the spring's taking some of the inertia.
Because you're losing traction.
Yeah, or just
sort of
there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree.
I never thought of that.
Okay, so now it's the first day.
Okay, first day.
Come on, please, because I can imagine that would be the time where we get on the bikes and it's either great weather, which is going to kick it off nice, or it's, God, what have we done?
Yep.
It's freezing. I didn't even pack a jumper. Oh my God, you know. And what the first night? Do you remember where the first night?
Okay, so in Ulaanbaatar we stayed in an Airbnb place. So we had this perfect little apartment.
Beautiful.
So
you got your phone, you got reception?
No, I didn't have. We had a little tablet, so we had Wi-Fi on that through this place. It was about 5 kilometres from the centre of Ulaanbaatar.
Thank you, 2017 or 16. Okay.
So yeah, it was really good having an apartment. We could unpack the bikes, put them together, get everything ready. So that first day, woke up perfectly clear.
Yeah.
So, sun was going to be coming out. But we left at we got up about 5 a.m. and we left at 6 a.m. So as we're cycling out of Ulaanbaatar, so basically we left early just to sort of beat the traffic because, any big city, there's plenty of traffic. We got about 10 kilometres and we had to stop because it was so cold. All the kids' fingers were frozen, their feet were frozen. So we pulled over into this service station and, people, the whole trip, people were unbelievable. Mongolia, everywhere. The people were, in this particular service station, we pulled over and they gave us coffee and hot drinks and put us into their little office with a heater going and, the kids warmed up.
Yeah.
And then by that time, we're there probably for about an hour.
Do they speak English?
Little bit. And that, rarely probably you come across someone who speaks good English in Mongolia. There's always a couple of people who can speak a few words and stuff like that. So we spent an hour there and then, everything's fine. Kids warmed up and then, the sun's out. So that was fine. So away we went. And then we got to this restaurant for lunch. We had lunch and we're knackered. First day cycling. Because, we never did any training or anything. It's just, you just got to go.
Yes.
The trip is the training, as you go. So, and, going back one step further, when I originally planned this trip, I thought, if we can do 30 kilometres a day, then I'm happy. Well, I'm happy. We'll make progress. 30 kilometres a day, we'll make progress. So by the time we got to this restaurant, we'd done 31.
Yeah.
So we thought, so we had lunch and then we asked the people, at the restaurant, anywhere you can sleep around here, could we set up a tent or something like that? And, our first real interaction with local Mongolian people. And, eventually he said, my brother's away, you can go sleep in his house. So we did. So we spent the night there and, fantastic. Cooked up, we had dinner down at the restaurant. And the only problem with this particular house was I had these two, imagine Mongolian wild dogs, huge wild dogs, from centuries ago that just would tear your throat out at the, the slightest
like the ones on
touch.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, something like that. They had these two dogs in this yard. They were chained up.
Yeah.
And, every time we walked into this yard, they'd be going, roar, like this, just having a go at you and all the rest of it. And we thought, we just don't want to be around here. And, of course, the pit toilet is, outside the house. Yeah, we're right near where the dogs are. So every time the kids had to go, we had to go down and walk with them to make sure that the dogs didn't eat them. But,
what blows my mind is that communication happened with broken English and your descriptions of things. Isn't it funny? I always find in Japan in the earlier days when I knew nothing.
Right.
The more you sort of stayed there, I always found it really easy with alcohol, funnily enough. You can speak the language really well and they can understand you. Yeah. With alcohol, it's, not to say that you guys did that, but to get how that
Just
you have a tent.
Yep.
Can we stay in a tent somewhere? And someone said, yeah, my uncle is out and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
It was all completely broken English.
Yeah, a lot of miming going on and a lot of, sign language and stuff like that. Yeah. And, you can buy a phrase book for every single country these days, but, in a way, I don't know, you can have a go at it. I think, it's great. People do get those phrase books and have a go at it. And, people really appreciate it.
You did it the primitive way.
Well, and you always pick up words anyway.
Yeah.
So you always pick up your hellos and goodbyes and please and thank you and
what about your children? They would have picked it up faster.
Yeah, they picked it up. But again, it was just those basics that they picked up. And, I guess the advantage with travelling with children, of course, is, people are going, oh my gosh, there are children here as well. You got to come on in. Yeah.
But like every family is the same. Like
it is.
Every mum and dad's the same. They got the beautiful kids and they want to, I know, I already know what you want to do here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think even without children, I think we would have pretty much have had the same experiences in every single country. I mean, people are...
Yeah, but you might have been wearing spandex.
No.
Am I right?
No. No. In Western China, cyclists they're definitely
in Japan, spandex. I always say like there are cyclists, but there's not like Currumbin Creek Road cyclists. There's not, you'll see one or two cyclists every sort of day.
Yeah.
But in Australia, we've got this beautiful Gold Coast. We've got this perfect temperature and climate and all these great roads and whatnot. There are cyclists everywhere of all ages and sizes and stuff.
Well, especially, going up Currumbin Valley, hey?
Yeah, so for you to be in the back of Mongolia riding a bike, it's kind of like normal to us, I think.
Yeah.
But even though there's a million, bicycles in that part of the world, I could imagine anyone planning to trek through countries. Mm-hmm. Did you see any other travellers going other ways much?
Oh, yeah. In Mongolia, we met up with a French couple who was cycling. So we actually cycled with them for a couple of days.
Yeah. Right. Oh, did you learn French as well then?
Right. Bonjour, au revoir. And then one afternoon, or one morning actually, we met this Austrian couple and they'd converted this truck. So talking about, people who are out there. This Austrian couple had converted this truck. They sold their house in Austria, sold all their possessions, bought this truck, converted it into a mobile home, and for the last 7 years, they'd been driving around the world.
Wow.
So they'd just come through China into Mongolia, and they were heading back to Austria for Christmas, which was, then was still another 7 months away.
Is that all connected too?
Yeah, it's all the one continent.
Really?
So, they could keep going.
Holy shit, I really need to study, don't I?
You do.
It's a good thing to hear because, everyone hears too much bad news.
Yeah.
Like I said at the start of this, when you hear Stan, oh my God, there must be some sort of bad Middle Eastern problem and you guys are going to ride straight through it.
Yep.
So to hear that there's like French travellers, because we're in this weird country, Australia, that's an island in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
All we really hear is news. Like I personally haven't been to Europe before.
Yeah, and it's always bad news.
Yeah, it's only bad news.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing to know that, Rika, it turns out, because I'm only hearing it now, that you can drive all through there. And you're not the only ones.
No.
There are people converting their... we're locked into this way of living on the Gold Coast, in Australia. It's because it's all we know.
Yeah.
We think we have to pay those bills, own that house, do this, and then die.
Well,
and teach our kids the same thing. You need to just do that, and
I mean, there's pros and cons though, aren't there? Because I guess Mel and I, we've always travelled, and I guess the good part about that is, we experience the world and we, meet lots of different people and see some fantastic places and all the rest of it. But then on the other hand, you miss out on that, if we'd stayed put, would have that community You know, like you'd be part of that community. Whereas now, you know, we go travelling, we come back, and we're sort of